What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today we're out here visiting the X-Ram factory, getting some pro chocks fitted into our little delivery van over here. You know, it gives us the opportunity to keep a client's bike nice and safe no matter the weather. Yeah, I wouldn't partner with a better company. X-Ram have been around for long enough that everybody trusts them, everybody knows them. Do what we can do. Yeah, shout out to the guys up at X-Ram. X-Ram Systems have hooked us up with one of their brand new strapless mount systems for the inside of our van, you know, allowing us to offer an all-weather service for bike pickups and deliveries. Yeah, absolutely insane tech from these guys. You have to check them out. Best in the biz. Best in the biz. Better be. Otherwise, you'll actually see tears. This is our front. Did I got a fucking semi-gloss? I don't even remember what we ordered. Yeah, I went semi-gloss. A quarter belly panel, it feels like. There's a very small belly pan on this pony. All the paint, yeah. Everything's been... Shame, I've been keeping up a whole shelf.
A hell of a lot more, that's for sure. So for now, we're focusing on getting the main bikes out that have been in the workshop for a little bit too long. And yeah, other than that, that should be our plan for today. It's mainly focusing on getting parts out, getting paints out, bikes delivered, bikes received, and so forth. We'll see in a week and see how it goes.
Which is a big if. Should we buy another van?
Fuck. That's not really the problem right now, Jono.
No, I'm aware of that, but I'm just trying to resolve
Yes,
an ongoing problem.
Yes, the answer is yes, but
problem. So can we find like a pizza, like, you know those pizza vans? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a little Fiat pizza van.
Oh, the Fiat, like, Panda?
Yeah, whatever.
Fucking, what are they called?
Palio. Isn't it a palio? I don't know what
No,
it
the
is.
Palios are fucking, you welded oven trays onto Palios.
Okay.
That's why you think. You did to my aunt and my mom.
I don't know where, the plan's where we're going. So
Yeah.
let's just actually
Let's
stick
not
to the
divert.
plan. Okay, so the plan's in its donkey.
No, it's a fucking, isn't it?
I think so.
so-
Fiat Ducato.
okay.
Okay,
no,
let's stop. Back.
back.
Okay, so we have two options here. Option number one, van goes through, we lose a day on paint. Okay, we definitely lose a day on paint.
Well, why don't we send Mike with the paint to Neil Solon?
I agree. I think what we do is he
tell
can
him
take
to
the van,
for us.
and Mike can take the palio. You can take the van.
Where am I going with the van? X-Ram.
You're going to X-Ramp. So you're taking the van, and Mike's going to multiple trips to the south. That's
Okay.
it. That's the only option. There you go. There's a solution.
That's fine.
Sweet. Just please make sure we get his license and put him on the group. No, you're definitely from the wrong era. What gen are you? Gen Z?
No, the new one's fucking, I don't know.
Tell your guys to please make sure they dress nicely because they'll be on TV, on YouTube. Okay. They say bye.
Thank you so much.
Shame. She had a proper panic. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Went quiet for a bit there.
Huh?
She went quiet for a bit.
It's actually quite funny. I like it a lot. It's like, I like the concept. It's cool. When people screw up, just fall in.
About time I'm coming, we fall, rock bottom.
So yeah, today is a very special day. I am going to make a 13-year-old boy very happy. What I meant to say is I'm going to make 13-year-old me very happy. Because today I'm going to be meeting a childhood hero. Something that I've always wanted to ride and spend some quality time with, but I've never had the opportunity to. And that is the very special little Aprilia rs125. So take you back to 2003, when my older brother had somehow, using all his fantastic salesman skill, had managed to convince my parents that he needed, not wanted, but needed an Aprilia rs125. My dad had gone out and bought him a, they call it the Rainbow Bright edition. And yeah, what a stunning little motorcycle that was. So needless to say, he only owned it a whole of 3 days before crashing it in front of the local watering hole, trying to impress some chicks. And fortunately it was more just cosmetics, a couple of scratches here and there, nothing too serious. But yeah, needless to say, a brand new Aprilia. And then a couple of months later, he had somehow managed to seize the motor, completely poked. And my parents unfortunately found out the hard way just how expensive it is to own an Italian motorcycle. So they decided to put it on hold for a while and never sort of went ahead with the repairs straight away. So in the duration that the bike was sort of sitting at home, waiting for parts and everything else, every single week I would take the time to push the bike up a very, very steep driveway, get to the top, wash the bike for a good hour, maybe two, and then have to turn around on another very steep embankment, and then get to the top of the driveway. I had to jump on the bike and I could ride it for a whole of about 3.5 to maybe 4 seconds before I was back in the garage and having to turn the bike around again. And I do that every single week for a good, probably a year. Absolutely obsessed with the bike. Was determined that when I turn 16, we'll get the bike running. And 2005, late 2005, I got a little glimmer of hope when my dad had sent the bike off to a technician to repair. And I thought, well, my 16th birthday is around the corner, this has got to be it. And my dad had sent it off, and it had been there for maybe a good 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and we got a notice to say that the workshop had liquidated and the bike had been tied up in the liquidation. So yeah, unfortunately by the time we could get it back, it wasn't really worth salvaging. So I never actually got the opportunity to ride that Aprilia rs125. But today is a little bit different. So today we're heading out, we're going to go collect our new addition to our collection, which is the MK1. So the MK1 came out in 1992 to 1995, and it was the original Aprilia rs125. So yeah, very keen to get there, have a look at it, and also have a look at Mr. Phil de Grinchy's collection, Mr. Aprilia as he's better known as, and you'll see just now why we call him that. So yeah, come along, enjoy the journey, and let's see what she looks like. So upon arriving there, Phil was gracious enough to allow us into his private collection. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to take the camera inside with us, and once we walked inside, we quickly understood why. Yeah, I was speechless for a good few minutes. Just the awesomeness that is there. It's just incredible, the history and everything else. And whilst we were walking through there, I came across the rs125 in the Rainbow Bright. Chatting to Phil, he's pretty certain that there was only one sold in the country. And I know for a fact my brother had a Rainbow Bright. So, goosebumps. I'm 99.99% I just found my brother's bike that I sort of last saw 23 years ago. And it definitely wasn't looking like it's looking now. That's for sure. So yeah, just where my love for Aprilia started, and just to see it standing there now, I was wondering not so long ago what had ever actually happened to that bike, but to see that it's standing there and it's looking good, and yeah, it's incredible. So thank you, Phil. That was a real treat. Yeah, sure.
Richard Rawlings' book and do some fucking cool
Yeah,
Corsa Customs crew shirts and do some bike giveaways. Could be fun.
With this bike giveaway idea, can we just pause on that for a while? This is the third time you brought it up in a week.
What? Giving away a bike?
Yes.
Okay, so what's wrong with giving away a bike or doing a bike pull? Give away a bike pull.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Don't shake your head. So, what I'm saying to you, which I think is actually not a bad idea.
I'll be back.
We could consider doing a bike pull with a client, competition-wise, but we'd have to build it up, figure out how we're going to do it. Actually give the client an opportunity to get into the shop and work with us to build their bike.
That's cool.
Just as a concept. Doesn't have to be a full build. It can be a client that wants to spec build with us. Something like that. We could sponsor, do a 50-50 competition where they've got to submit their bike, their ideas for their bikes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then we decide if we want to build the custom with them, or we do a competition based on that. I don't know. Something. I've got like 500 ideas this week alone.
I was going to say, and Ash just walked in on the arse end of that and wondering, like, what did I just walk in on? We're giving shit away. Everyone's
That's okay.
Oprah.
Okay, listen. So this is Ash's double trouble. I think that's what he called it.
It's Two-Face.
Or Two-Face.
Harley Quinn.
Two-Face.
Oh, Harley Quinn. Yeah.
Quinn.
So she's going to be available for sale, guys, quite soon. So we are going to go back to getting her back to a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, she needs
Okay.
a
Needs
nice
a little bit of
polish up.
love. We like to make sure that things come out of our
Little
shop
custom swing arm cover.
look incredible. So we're hopefully going to take you through putting this together. Ash, you want to take me through what you're going to
Can I make a suggestion
No.
though?
to be? Yeah.
Assuming I'm losing the voting on the S2R build, can we maybe make this one a green Austin? and Aston.
So what you're going to do
You seem to be winning that one.
This one has got lots of history,
It needs...
many happy miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
It honestly actually doesn't need a lot to get back to it.
She doesn't need a lot. Okay.
We need to do a full exhaust wrap.
Yeah.
We need to do a full polish
Yeah.
up. Find where we sit on the paint. Okay. A full polish. So we'll get it up.
I think it
and have
would.
full
It could
detail.
probably do with
Ceramic
another
coated.
top coat.
These are all very fine line.
Huh?
These are all very fine line.
Well, look. I mean,
It'll come
you've had
out.
a good
It'll come out.
10,000 k's out
That
of
I
it.
have, yes, yeah. So full exhaust strap, we need to do a full polish up and find where we sit on it. We need to redo all of this cack over here. We will make a custom swing Two-Face look on it. She's going to need new drop guards. New drop guards then. Or we take them off completely.
So guys from Specialized Moto now, just out of interest sakes, have got Evotech
Cool, he must send me
distribution
ones.
for South Africa.
He must send us.
So I think you should get on to Carl.
Yeah, I'll get on to Carl and ask him if he can set.
I think
Because he's got an 821 he wants fender eliminator for. So we can,
not everything's a trade exchange, but yeah. So I think let's get on to him on that.
Yeah.
I think he's placing a pretty big order.
yeah.
He
I
said to me now,
do have
you could put
rear,
a bolt. You could
I've
put
got
a
rear bolts for these. We
Huh?
can swap them out. These, because these are chafed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can swap those out. That's
So
perfectly
Specialized
fine.
Motors also the AEM importers.
Okay.
So have a chat to Carl. Just get some new
Yeah.
rear.
And then we swap
Rear bolts,
tire
get that
lettering on.
sorted out.
Look, I mean, everything else-wise, if we're
She's,
going with some custom sticker sets for here, we do some custom ones over here as well.
That's fine.
We do some 360s over
360s
it.
up
Yeah,
front.
100%.
Get her back to
No,
show-stopping quality.
maybe
and
we
that's
do
it.
a little
Yeah.
bit of a.
It's amazing. So guys, I mean, obviously Sean will tell everybody,
black.
and this is something everybody should realize. Italian bikes come with a little thing called love. The more you love them,
the better they treat
Better
you.
they treat you, yeah.
Italian bikes don't like to be ignored. They're kind of like women. You kind of need to pay attention. Even if they are not making a noise, they're still paying attention.
Still paying attention.
So you kind of need to walk past them, give them a start. Promise you'll take them out for a ride or coffee or something like that.
You do.
Which we tend to do. So
Otherwise
we
they
don't
won't
do huge,
start.
huge rides. We like to do coffee rides, which are great fun. We'll do a drop on that and let people know when we're going to be doing a coffee ride. We'd like to obviously see everybody's bikes that are out there. Anybody that's got a specialized Italian bike, We'll even take Vespers on that one, we don't mind. So let's check it out, and we look forward to seeing everybody. But yeah, we'll keep you guys up to date on this. She should be ready in the next 14 days, where it'll go properly up on display and properly for sale. This is
14th one on the
Ash's penance while he builds his new bike, which I think will also be covered in a specialized build, I'm pretty sure.
This is correct. This is correct.
One of those bikes that we bought and disassembled the same day it arrived. And 2 months later, it's literally still waiting to be finished. But all the parts arrived yesterday.
It's whispering at me like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah. So all the parts arrived. So that should be fun. But we're looking forward to getting this lady back to what she looks like and should be looking like. Sometimes, although we have intense amounts of creativity in the shop, it's always great to get other people's input, and hence the reason we're liking your inputs on the Paolo text build that we're going to be doing.
I'm losing.
John's losing, yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Sweet, guys. Have a good day. I'm out of here.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, how's it, guys? How's it going? Yeah, so a couple points on why I need to sell this A21 Monster. You know, she is a beauty. She's a 2019. Hell of a lot of custom work done on it, you know, from the rear sets, the clear clutch cover, to the bars, to the paint, to everything under the sun, honestly. Everything I could throw at her. Yeah, currently I'm busy building up a secondary personal, little 2023 950 Supersport. You know me, very Ducati based. But currently I need to offset some of the payment towards that bike by selling this one. You know, it is a bit of a heartfelt moment for me to say bye to it. I got a few miles on her, a lot of adventures, a lot of group rides, a lot of trips out late at night. But you know, all good things must come to an end to make space for better things. And that's kind of the thought process behind getting rid of this one.